Hi folks, so here's a bit of random, I don't know what to call it actually. Oh wow man, yeah, you got a horn. Wow. Sorry. Yeah, so here's a bit of random sort of thing for you. So I've just come across the road from over there, right, and I come across over to this little bit here, and now the wind starts blowing, thanks wind. And as I'm walking past and I'm looking at it, I'll kind of retrace my steps, try to avoid this wind at the same time, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. And of course the traffic noise and everything else, blah blah blah. Right, hang on. So as I was walking past, and I'm sort of walking along, and I'm looking at this, and of course Vincent van Gogh's just down there. Well, he's just down there. Yeah, he's just down the road. I've just been talking to him. That's the way it sounded when I said that. Yeah, so, you know, Vincent van Gogh's house where he lived is just down there. And the Vincent van Gogh cafe thing, which I've still yet to go and try and pay a visit to at some point. And as I was walking past, and again I think it's the quality of the light, my mood, all sorts of things. Oh, thanks. And anyway, so all of a sudden just something came into my head. This random thought, this random thing. And I guess it's because I'm thinking about the Vincent van Gogh house and how it's getting on, and you know, like I say, I associate this area with him now. It's kind of, you know, difficult not to, considering I know that he lived there for a year, and you know, there's a cafe named after him and what have you. That's the trouble with cities, you see. Noise. Everywhere you go. Noise, 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 noise. Sorry, I think, like I said to you, as I'm getting older, I'm becoming much more sensitive to it, to be quite honest. Anyway, so like I said, I was walking past this, and something just, I don't know, this is going to sound really weird and random, but I swear to God, I thought to myself, wow, Vincent stood here and painted this. Now, I have no idea if he did or not, and as far as I'm aware, I've never seen any paintings that resemble looking round, but of course, what, nearly, I don't know, what was it, 200? Maybe less? 100, it's over 100 years ago anyway, obviously. So, obviously things have changed, you know what I mean, in 100 years. But I don't suspect it's changed like drastically. I mean, you got the park right there. The park's been there forever, do you know what I mean? So, I don't see that. The only thing that'll be different is the railings, I guess, and some of the street furniture and the road layout. This definitely wasn't here, this big stone and all the rest of it. This probably looked really, really different in its day, I guess. The church, presumably, has been there for around about the same sort of time. So, you know, in that sense, and that red brick building over there as well, by the way, I imagine those, you know, it's not radically changed in that sense. But I don't remember seeing any Vincent van Gogh paintings that resemble this, but I don't know. It was really weird. I was just walking along and all of a sudden I got this sense. Now this is going to sound crazy like I said, but I got the sense that either I walked into him, literally like his spirit or something, or like I became him for a second or two. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. It doesn't really make it much sense to me, but that's really how it felt just then as I was walking along and I'm looking in this direction, looking at it, and the quality of the light and everything, just all of a sudden I kind of felt like I was him, or that I'd walked into his spirit or into his thoughts. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It's really totally random, totally bonkers. And like I said, I was just looking at this stone thing, obviously, which wouldn't have been there in his day. It's relatively new in the last few years since I've been here. Do you know what I mean? So it's only been there for about 2-3 years or something, or whatever, since they redid the whole road layout again in this area. But anyway, like I said, the thing is that I'm looking at it and I thought to myself, wow, I wonder if Vincent was walking past here and looked at it and thought, I'm going to do a drawing here. Maybe he drew somebody sat here, maybe he sketched somebody walking, you know, somebody sat here back in the day when they had benches maybe or something, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, sorry, it was just some random thing that came to me just as I was walking along. Just found that really, really fascinating and interesting then. And I thought, I'm going to have to vlog that because that just really, really was interesting. It's really, truly fascinating. Because like I said, you know, I could picture him walking past here one day, especially on a day like this or whatever. Maybe there were benches there or something. Maybe there was a couple of people sat on benches, because of course he liked to paint people as well. He did landscapes, of course, and what have you, sort of thing, but he did paint people. And you know, and walking past it, and you know, like I said, imagine he lived around here for a year. Do you know what I mean? He would have walked these streets. There's no doubt about it. He wouldn't have just, you know, he wouldn't have just. Oh, great. Sorry. It's because I'm trying to think about crossing the road and trying to talk to you guys at the same time. It's not like he would have just shut himself in the house and never left. Do you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure at some point in that year he must have walked past there. Do you know what I mean? Whether he walked past on that particular side where I was, or whether he walks on the other side, or whatever, but he must have walked past there at some point. Must have done. And so I guess it was my imagination, whatever, imagining that he's walking past at that moment. It, you know, in a sense, like I say, I became him for a second or two or whatever, and I'm walking along and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, wow, that would be kind of interesting to draw, you know, or paint, because of the light, the quality of the light, like I said. I mean, that's one thing. I mean, in terms of the camera work and in terms of the, you know, because of the camera and the way the camera works and stuff, obviously it's a pain from that perspective. But in terms of the quality of it and the way it softens everything around and makes everything seem less harsh and sort of somehow, I don't know, there's a different quality. Well, there is to me anyway. And it just feels gentler and softer and less harsh, like I said. Do you know what I mean? So you know, I think it's because of the quality of that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, look at that, look. Just look. I mean, I don't know if it transfers the same on video as it does through my eyes, because of the, you know, you're watching it through a flat 2D screen, essentially. You're not experiencing it through your actual visual, like I am, the light actually hitting your eyes in that sense. So, and the emotional response then that I am getting from that. Do you know what I mean? So, I guess it doesn't quite convey the same way, I guess. So, you know, from that perspective, the quality of the light, I love it, absolutely love it. I really do, it's beautiful, it's so gentle, and I don't know, I just love it, absolutely love this. You know, I don't like this time, I like, summertime is my favourite time of year, obviously. I love the warmth, I hate the cold, absolutely hate the cold, but of course at the moment, we've got really, really nice weather. Do you know what I mean? For this time of year particularly, and like I said, that makes it more enjoyable in that sense. But yeah, the quality of the light. How many times in this video now? How many? Oh, he's late for his tea. That's what it is. He just remembered he left the kettle on in the station. He just remembered. Sorry. Just noise. Right, anyway, sorry. Like I said, you definitely know I am tired. Like I said, when I'm tired, I tend to get a little bit more cranky and sensitive. Well, talking about sensitive, actually, we had a customer come in today. Now, again, I don't know how much people know in this country or in some of the other countries that watch my channel, some of you other guys, whatever. But cut a long story short, don't want to go into all the details necessarily, but there was one of the customers, prep customers, I don't know where it was exactly, it's not in, I don't think it was in London, actually. At least I don't think it was, actually. Let's go this way, I think, yeah, go this way. I don't think it was actually in London, I'm not sure off the top of my head. Anyway, again, try to get to the point. Basically, tragically, some young girl, 15, had an allergic reaction to one of the prep baguette things or something, and oh, in fact, actually, I think it was in Gatwick. It's one of the shops we have in Gatwick, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, again, I don't want to go into all the flipping ins and outs of this thing. Just to mention the fact that, anyway, it was national news and this, that and the other apparently. And, you know, I'm obviously, you know, completely devastated by this. And, you know, fair play to them, they're doing their best to try and sort things out and, you know, do some sort of like new labelling things, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want to get in the ins and outs of all that because that's not what this is about, what I'm trying to say to you. So basically, but obviously it was a massive tragedy. So the girl was 15, she died sadly. Do you know what I mean? And it's a massive tragedy. And anyway, I had this guy come in and he starts making a joke about it. And at first I didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? I honestly didn't twig, you know, because like he said something about sesame seeds in the coffee or something or whatever, and I thought he was just trying to do a stupid joke. Do you know what I mean? About the coffee sort of thing. You know, I didn't twig at first. So I turned around and said like, oh, it's not any better, you know, not any worse than my jokes. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm always cracking silly, stupid jokes with the customers. Like, you know, it's my way of trying to survive the day. To be quite honest, you know what I mean? I'm usually telling corny, silly jokes. Do you know what I mean? And it's my way of trying to just deal with the pressure and the rest of it and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? Like I said to you guys, I love humour because humour, I'm a big believer in humour being a medicine. Do you know what I mean? And whatever. Anyway. But obviously there's a time and place for it, do you know what I mean? Obviously. Do you know what I mean? Oh, here we go again. Look at it. Look how dark it is now. It looks almost pitch black, man. Oh, for crying out loud. Anyway, sorry. So, this guy's cracking a joke about this girl who died. Do you know what I mean? There's more wind everywhere. I can't win, can I? Sorry, I'm just getting more and more frustrated because if it's not the light, it's the wind. If it's not the wind, it's the light. You see, like I said, walking around in this time of year, it's fantastic. Love it. Absolutely couldn't get it any better. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely love it. But for filming in this type of weather, it's a pain in the proverbial. So anyway, sorry, I keep going on. Anyway, so this guy then at one point turns round after I said like, oh, can't be any worse than my jokes or whatever, blah 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 blah. Because I thought he was, like I said, I thought he was trying to be funny about the coffee or something. He was just trying to make a silly joke, you know what I mean? A silly random joke. Flipping dark. So basically I'm thinking to myself like, you know, sorry, because then he turns round and he says something like, oh, flipping heck, you know, at that rate you could die of any allergic reaction, couldn't you, blah blah blah. And then the penny drops and I realised what he was talking about. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? You know, it really upset me. It really upset me. To the point where I had to excuse myself from the counter. And I had to go and talk to Daniela. Because, you know, I'm sorry, but that's not something that you make a joke about, for crying out loud. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the young girl died. She lost her life. She was 15. How can you joke about something like that, man? See, you can see it upset me even now, thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a tragedy any young person loses their life. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, yeah, so, like I said, you know, you could say I was just being oversensitive, I don't know, but it did, it really upset me, you know, because, like I said, I mean, I can't get my head around that, I just can't. It's the last thing you would make a joke about, and it's recent and all, like I say, it's not, well, I say recent, I'm not sure exactly how recent, but, you know, I mean, talk about being insensitive, you know. So yeah, so that happened. Anyway, You know, it really got under my skin, that did. It really did. It really, really upset me. Because I felt bad, because I felt as though he now included me in that sick joke. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't realise at first. Do you know what I mean? I thought, like I said, because I didn't get the context of what he was talking about at all. You know, because when you're serving customers, sometimes you're half listening, half not. Do you know what I mean? Because you're trying to concentrate on, you know, doing what you're doing on the till or whatever, and blah blah blah, and then, like, and so you're half listening to what the customer's saying, obviously, because, you know, whatever. You know, once you've taken their order and everything, and if they start making conversation or whatever, then, you know, you kind of, like I say, because you're listening out for the coffee being shouted, especially if you've got 2 or 3 other customers that you've just served, and you've got to listen out for their coffees, you know what I mean? So you kind of half listen, half not. And then, like I said, you know, he makes this comment, and like I said, I think it upset me more, the fact that I felt then I'd been included in that somehow, that I then became part of this sick joke. Do you know what I mean? And that I think kind of really upset me and all, to be quite honest. You know. Anyway, so sorry for waffling on. Just like I said, really, really upset me, as you can tell. Right, okay, so look, we're coming up to Vincent's house now, and as we saw in that video, which I was, oh, that was amazing that day. Oh, I was so glad he let me go inside and have a look around. Oh my God, you know, that was just so awesome. Oh man, you know, to stand in the very room that Vincent van Gogh lived in for a year. It was just awesome, man. Oh my God. Oh, I'd love to do an overnight. I'd love to go in there overnight and just, I don't know, see if you can sense him there. But then again, why would he be there? I mean, he didn't die here, did he? So, I don't know. But still. But yeah, I don't think obviously it's not finished yet, because it's still got the scaffolding and still boarded up and all the rest of it and blah blah blah. And those guys at the van could actually be the builders there. I don't know, could be wrong. But yeah, so who knows, we may get another opportunity one day to go and have another look. Who knows exactly. Well, look at that. What's that? Annual members exhibition plus invited guests. What's that? Print studio. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay, folks. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess for now, as usual, I'm going to leave it there. And I shall catch you guys later. I'm just noticing there's a big hand pointing on the wall down there, and it's like, again, my curiosity is like, what's that? What's that about? I wonder what that is. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.